What a rainy day it was today, and much needed rain for all of us. Although some of us got a little too much rain in too short of a time frame and had some flooding, but widespread rain totals upwards of at least 1/3 of an inch, with some spots like Battle Creek getting 3.73 inches. That is far an outlier, but there were a lot of spots in the blue colors and purple, which is anywhere from 1 to 2 inches, and even some spots, especially here in Barry County, that also got some seriously heavy rain. Much needed rain. The first rain that we had in about 2 weeks. Still have a flood warning out for eastern Kalamazoo and western Calhoun County, including Battle Creek, until midnight. Although the rain has stopped falling, we did have some stationary thunderstorms right around the 5 to 7 p.m. hour that dumped a lot of rain, and that did result in some flood reports. There were also some pictures that were shared on social media of some water covering the roads and cars driving through it, and it looked to be several inches deep. So we definitely had flooding happening there, and then a lot of heavy rain reports in and around the 96 corridor, and a couple of gusty wind reports too of some tree branches down. All of that though now gone as this area of rain and thunderstorms passes to our east. There is a little bit of lingering rain back to the north and west associated with this cold front, but it doesn't look like it's going to be much of a problem for us. Maybe another shower or two through around 2 a.m., especially along the lakeshore as that cold front actually passes through, but we are pretty much done with any meaningful rain for the next several days. Clouds will gradually clear tomorrow as well, and it will be much less humid on the backside of this front. Still pretty far away, but it will clear through by early tomorrow morning. High pressure on the backside too, also helping to draw in that cooler and, more importantly, the drier air. Much less humidity happening, but this is also in the vicinity of those Canadian wildfires, which are still burning. So we may end up with a little bit of smoke intrusion here, especially into Thursday morning, lingering into the afternoon. Not enough to probably have an air quality advisory, and certainly not as bad as what we had a couple of weeks ago in terms of the smoke, but still something to keep in mind as you're planning your days if you do have a sensitivity to smoke. Looking at our dew point forecast here, it is very low, seeing those numbers dropping into the 50s come probably tomorrow afternoon. It may take a little longer for some of that drier air to move in, but it will, and it will be feeling much better out there as temperatures get into the middle 80s for both tomorrow and Thursday. Still a couple degrees above average, but a lot better than the upper 80s and low 90s that it's been of late, and of course, more importantly, low humidity. Friday though, we start to see those upper 80s return, and there is even the chance for some low 90s on both Friday and Saturday, depending on location, and that's as humidity starts to come back into the forecast as well. We should end up staying dry though through Saturday, with another cold front with a bit more cool air with it arriving Sunday, Monday, and eventually Tuesday, bringing more chances for rain.